the money they steal is from the budget. That means the reason why the tax is high, they must budget for theft. Now, if I have blocked theft, the tax will go down. And when the tax goes down, and I've invested more in the small businesses, which they are not going to be taxed, it looks now the economy of the small businesses will grow up and up until they reach a certain bracket where we'll tax. Meanwhile, in agriculture, it's growing. We have invested, you have got seedlings, you have got fertilizer, where the soil is bad, not in Karamoja, where I'm sure the land is virgin. Production is high, whatever you produce is bought.
Yeah.
If you know, and we're going to put silos, silos, stores.
Yeah.
For you to bring your food, whether they are tomatoes, there will be fridges to keep them, so that they are taken to Nairobi, they are taken to UK for purposes of what? Selling. So whatever you grow will be sold. Now, we will give you what you call a warehouse receipt. You brought in 100 bags of maize, valid each bag at 500,000. So 100, that is your 50 million. Of course, you're getting it.
Yeah.
50 million, here's a warehouse for 50 million. As now, you will never get less than 50 million. You will get more. So my brother, what will happen when you go to the bank now, your cooperative bank, which will be brought back, agriculture bank, ON bank, you have a 50 million to start life with. But that's it. Now healthcare. The reason why healthcare is bad is simply because the health sector is sick.
Okay, thank you so much, the presidential candidate. Before we get down into the healthcare, I request we get down into a short commercial break down here, and when we come back, we give a chance to Etolim to translate to us to this briefly as we get back to the healthcare. We shall be starting right from the healthcare as we come back from the commercial break. Iklaka kapo na tekra moto kama lotoma pak na itenaga hapa na mwanangu tuwadio ani kibonguni keponja lokati yoko tolim na kronugo adio urien ani kibong na bol apa tapanga krong na kanga no olawang daktarin kauna chang na guapa kinete ngitapena kon radio kan yoto na radio kon tarayong innocent kolet nginda ye e jawniti ngone gweta lotome pak ngo KFDC iko ekepuka lotome bukula Uganda eke jawntiong ngitapena kon radio kan yoto na radio kon apena ngtuwadio atobong to klakara. We can relax a little bit. Limwa. You don't talk, you signal. When you feel cold, you signal.
We are alive. We are alive. One bank was which year? One bank was which year?
98 to 2001. Of course, after becoming a member of parliament, that's when I went back to resign in August. I went back, but they told me not to resign. I said, I have no time.
Land grabbing, their rights. This time we don't take care of cows, and counterfeit drugs are a big problem. So we have said in our manifesto that we shall give clean drugs so that the house of the Karamoja and other communities will not die.
We also talk about the Karachuna who have been arrested. Thousands are falsely. Without trial.
Karachunas, you said they will be released. And even those who were killed, their families should be compensated. There are those who died, their families. And these fellows are just proud. They talk about it. Panyamara incident where people were, hundreds of young people were killed.
And right now our land, especially in Rupa and Lotisan, that has been taken by the First Lady and the Salim Saleh.
In fact,
and they have never given them surface rights, no royalties, no local person is even employed, even one in the entire sub-county, and yet they have set up factories there and have been running for years. According to the MOU, nothing has been followed from the beginning. So it's what is really paining the people of Rupa and Lotisan.
But even accessing that land,
you cannot even pass there. Even the off-cast that way they were supposed to have gotten, they cannot get it.
cannot access that land freely.
No, that's why
You need to access there and you clear and you need one.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Then after the labor office, you have to go to police. You go to police, they ask you who are
Yes, I'll
you.
be there tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to call you back. I'm on radio. Let me finish. So they have no surface rights?
No surface rights, no royalties for all the years that they've been
No
there.
free access to their own land. That one pays more.
They don't even allow artisanal miners to mine the off-casts.
mean,
Yes. They signed an MOU, but nothing has
you
been
allow him
solved.
to do the translation now. It has become very long.
He's going to, we're getting to translation. Then we'll pick up from health.
Yes, yeah. That's why I also ended.
Pick the main points actually. The point that drives it home.
Members were getting back. Akijana kine bukyo kumula polon mata na boy kapona teke moto fama alotoma pakine tena ga ekijaunta alotoma kiamunaga alotoma apakine uruana iko yengini pupia teke moto fama ipupide kiyo ibichi bichuanga muduguya nege na iko na dala pakine na bwa unera na krono ankar mojong achamte jawto lokati yokotolim alotoma atabong ni tena ga kepunjau kori to belebele una le kabu ngole wait alotoma doketa na keke pukan alotoma pati ngolo FDC tara James na Mafabi elodi lokati yoka etolim abebelon nga kronugo alotoma nga karmojong etolim ke jauntiong to mana pakina
kalagara so alo ya ke ko ke nan karmojong ake punjawon an karmojong nga kron na giru ra polon dadang alotoma ke ngol ayini nga woya lakini alo ya ngiro nga kron na abu adewa de alotoma ngol ko tera to ya bongi ona cheda da na bunga torim apa ninge tangeta mare ani mona ko na pitolo wetori yo kana to limo na mo nyara lo dikinet bonne bana mo go vision nyara lo dikinet ke apati halo otero boto yene te atamar e kwarbo apati lo go ro ngende ona ko yalo dikinet na joko ni na muniki ta apati la ko fin ag lo na de ona apati pe yene tamar ano mo ade lo dikinet apati lo bunge dita mai kechi kwa ngito ke FDC ko re doa bunge tamai doa kerta doa ke dala Uganda kange tunga Uganda ibore no waini arake jabo dikina tangi aki keremon ke de lamo no kan ke tunga ka pe ka kwa ngara ka dike chinga tunga ngule boko yi bolia tara gira ngi tunga ko ye keri ton ke de lamulu e chamonta puka na to ma kwa ipe bore ni tia tangi ngini so tamana ngedi ya aki wona ga mam ngara na ke ngari aki wo kana ga abaraki ngedi aki wo ko tada rangi to ani tia ta de ni tia te tichla ko no wai abange vi tiata ngevi mono aroko ngedi akirika ne dukulu bona pap olodi ngevi ya mne teach ani buko World Bank anapita na World Bank bi kikina na kwa pangi ya aite na ngao karabo ne pene kiete chali nge buko World Bank ni apane na tangedelenga abana ngevi abu etie ngedi tichingolo na pe akaru aliput American komo na gato mon kan komo na kan kauni paka akaru alipio ngare kaipei ane dolia karo la lipio ngare kai pei abungi do limo ngatunga kuilu World Bank mareda akogwa ngata ke jolakin epitole magne giana ngina ngatunga apro ya boy kaya dane toria muntu ngatunga ala kabunyo ngichan bangi da bungi do ede ke tichungolo adikino sare bu ne renge ala ka ke tichungolo lakini abungi tamaito igone tabe da dentro ba ka pedor na pri ade ke tichungolo abungi do ede ke tichungolo akaro alipio ngare kai pei so tamana ngira nya dikini ngede tichungolo abungi vi obuo okichongola ke MP angola budadire west bunge do buo okichongola ka bua ni kawo lam lakini mono erogengeni ngelama erogengeni bua iya karule bogo 1996 apeli puta American komona kanto ngan komon akolonget ngena gawnya ibore bogo ye democracy korea the one na chama gita the one alo Uganda akigo na kengare abua ne dolia karngolo aroge monetia kama ingeni kala kato ken kodlo kone ken amuriat Patrick Oboy apotike chimono to kisapoti ngata akiwo ke president alabo ko semo gerere ngolo ngida buto potike chito gwa agweti Museveni agweti Mayanja agweti Muje lakini apotike chito to kisapoti ngata semo gerere kejuko juka ri chaka semo gerere robo tamare ngela ma semo gerere kala mela kanikare pe ani ko ginne ni potike tamale wa amne ni ko ni ngenda ngende adolio akaru ali piongare kai pingo na abuno ngedi ko ngene akiwo because the piani ngene teke singa kro nguna pona teke chia kesa pon ngai kilela bu la pon madi ke na to manga khadia pon buna ngedi ko ngedi president Nandala bu ngedi to wona yi e kicholongola ke MP la budadiri west paka to wana ba na ngedi abrika ngedi akaru ngolo alo muni rukuna khape ka ko tele bo ko besije kisa besije akaru alo munere ngolo ko ya akaru auru nere pati ngole bo ko yo FDC ngedi ngolo ani rugunyo paka to kana argo ida yelo pati ngolo ngero to gino ngeda bangedi e karu atomoniare ankan ayangi di to kana alo kicholo angolo bale mu ngata manga kan ni to ner kan ngida to me kicholo la KMP budadiri tamanai ayo reka mera to marara ngtwani iro keto ingedi eye keti jilere kana bo keti itete ngato ngana dan ngida bangedi ara to pedor to kana ngida bongore ara on MP on la budadiri e bala ke mam tari pe to ani ngi bu yang ren ke ngi bu be keto winge ke mam ke lo singe libo de bo ano pos to ani ngi mam to ani tepegi alto megi cholong ko tere yete to keti abala lakini abunge zia ngole kini ni alona na tama hapana kimia ile kiti logo mono anake na KMP kimia yoto kidia makotere ngichani ngula bunge na ngole kala toma akwapa ngena Uganda so tamana ni tamara na ngi nyubara na emission bo me emission
alo dikinet abange vi akete lo dikinet raka kwe pationlo ke fudisa rai akitia apeke buku alotoma amuchuruzo kan akape irukito kana to Uganda kotere boy kinodi ka yarete altoma kier na jokon akier na rian kalto mangare ringido ne puntala ngare akiche bodi kineta ngana ikono to ke FDC na ka union tamana ngiri angiri chalo ala kalto ma akop na kare mojo mono angina ra kare ngiri ipe alto mawan abalange chan molu ngara do are pungiri ngulua ya utari da kiwo ipe ane do lingiro ngulu girere ngeto alu yo mete to mana kwa ra oni kia yini kwa ra oni polido ane do likare mojo nyamanga gine ngotunga ane ro ko alo line wo ko ngiche ngige mitejo bo ko ngiche ngealete bo ko ngiche euruaka bo ko ngiche iruoko okoi bebe nya to ani ngotunga ane rika gine alto mamiat ai ara ngotunga to mana kan bon alto mamiat lakini alto mama buku muche ku dadang ya bi ngotunga igoni kona kwa pina loto na mati amani bo western amati amalo ya tamara mata na ya mati ama edulo ngotunga kidio ndo ko pegi dio mentara che yo laina ikababa gini ya to amane ni ngeto ona na batana to lu pitch abagi mamnga bangi vi be rona kigere ngotunga ku lakini ke joka ni gidio ngotunga kitiriente te kigire auto ma ngolo region ya ona ngotunga ki rian ngolo region ona ngotunga arona die na ba ne che region kichitinga yara ngotunga kidio ko ani na bo ani ero ko bo ko ri kwa to na bo ngiche lu ke che region apoto ma alto ma region logo abangi da rai bore ngini ni ara ngini tamo keno so ngiri pe bore ni abungi da wale tamar ngi yo keno akrono kimekri penti olo ta ko kai owo kicholo lo ke president ko tera anye pitemo la ba ganya akrono ko na ni ngoli ni alto mata ni ka akro ka kidiom ero ko kare mo jo ye ka o ero ko kare mo jo ye ka o mam to le bo idiom mita ni ke le bo lu idiom mito ko idiom mita lo to ma ngara ngata ka fukan ara iyo ngalo pe aga ko ni kiar ki pedori ko pe ki pedori ani pe ki pedori bon ka o ani kichage ngiti tio bo to lo to ngare kana bo ipe bo ari pungi deta mare kare mo jo ne ge yang zukulo lakini ani yang zukulo mam ngara kare mo jo bon eri ani kin bo ren ka Uganda na ni malimo ngata chejo ayam ni malimo ngichan ni to yo na pe won ni rol da binga la pio nge roto malimo lo ko ngube malimo na yudu tateme to lo dikulo luka puka ni loto hotere nyo emeke ta to wale amuchara ke chaki atake edita muchara nyamete ngatungalu lakini anie baadhi nga malimo yeda ngelo do waga tata matiki atake ko muchara ndio kitidao idie ko ibe kunya ngeto yo ara boringi dadang ara to ya puka na mena ngatunga kera puka ni ngena ngedi atake ni ngatunga le muchara hotere ara malim kita taminga muzugui kita tamia kemar ore kita taminyo ara malim ngajo kana ba puka na kiboke ni kwa age ora da renge tunga
idie boko be ngulu tata mete nege matike atakinlu ngulu tata mete yege mate tianege so ibora wa ngini to ma na pukan ngida bangi di kawo ngida lam auto mera la pale buni ado bagi ni nga korong na dadang arep ngi atamari ngitirian to nga karang malimo am ngitirian to je yeptalo modigi to la pukan malimo so tamana ngidi akivyo merkara boni apolo no kiani yongal to ma India ye president ko Mahatma Gandhi wala ni ngi to mar ke ani yongal to ma bore ka ko pada dake tamari yong nyoy de unio ba be kile mo ta ma yada ayo ko ayo adari ngidi akivyo ko ter akivyo yang borlo ajo to mana akivyo ikwana ka ke panye ye gol di toma ngena niki kidare ye jogo nge pote to ngakon yeri ya khawya so ngakoro munda dang hela ngakoro nguna ya unto ngidi akiwo amana nge ikwana ina akwarna abuni tingedara akelipa ngakadia lakini achunu bukan ni polido da dang apona re ni kenga ke kamu ningi kuria kereta na gringi dalo sa kidiro ngatunga anu kuro wuntu da bukan ngatunga alo isa kle ngitole weito alo sa kle kira ngatunga mulu e magana kidiro ra nyo ane doli ke lolo ma rot ane doli ngi cheto di golo be ngitor ne ngi ama ngo kama eto ani kore ngi ya yang ke de la e kwa ya kwa na Nandala Mafabi mam tari bora tingi ngara ke ayet ngara inyo ara cheto ni alu ya ka alu sti ko ngen abunya ra kidiro ngatunga nyo ka golo era ngi rotinda da nyo nge chemto to alu to piore anu krota ba ngi to alu ngi dum so ang boro lu gotin mulu ke china kaina ginto ngi da kitegera ko gata mar akopana bingi temo no ngakaro ka akopana ga so tamana ngeri akabula yagi ko tenen ni polido aya aburere Moroto na ko arna ga yumi ga program Moroto ane mi program Moroto mera nga balalo di Moroto era electoral commission apidi na khali one akampala ngi ya bala yele ngulu weito itwana da ni wete kicholo ke president ikena ngi boni boko yongo a timetable neni lodi yongo so ake ko longa na gara Moroto ayemi ngi da bulu ngi Moroto nyo bona ba karata na ga ta ngi polido nyo rono nyo nge chamto ngi polido limo ga ngi tunga pega badro bongi polido adia ka badin polido adia karti ango to limuto be tela adia karti do hotere electoral commission ngi da bala ga tunga to wa e chamuto tarin kedela ka president wo pe to kana bali kechi ba nyedara nga krodada ingedi pe abuki kigira kikake wake ne kukum tama matike ya de on Uganda ani ya de on wete ngetonga ani boga chamutu kwa na kapolo ngola tamare ya kuwo na makena to wang kapolo ani wete nkawa tama pe electoral commission ngidia mana roe wape anginto ane rodie kerot ilia matolo tati amatolo tazama nyuba ka tana ina tangini polido era borengni yokino ani ke badro bongi polido ko ngana toli mo kedro boko na ke chakapula tamare ani to kirata na ngeto anguche tururu boko na ke chakapula lolo yari to dulaya ko ngana ni to mamu to le boko itepege tengi ko ringu to mamu to le boko iroro de ngakrong na ngara gne tako so ngakrong na ka buya kapulon toli mona so tamana kingi tana yeki le logo atamare ani boko na tamanga tama kapulon ro ngi ngatangana yedowa araka dan kan ko moni weta lakini muiche tata kadro bo akigira tata mar niche mambore tingi tonglu itana nke amakela e ko kona ang borbore le gala ka ngatwanya ya magna ki weti bi borbore nglu so do ko na ke jera ka din kan ka uni geje do idong to ya ka pe dan ta kingi tana ke tata mar an bo kona ala to ma akijana ke ngatuma banga mu service delivery iko gini nyo lo diginti tata mar ngara kini ngatuma bale ke ngolo ina ge ngare tete abuni ngi to ni rotola na malu ani malaye de ngatonga eka to dike de ngatonga ki pina ngori ye ngaki pina ina tamar loru kude o kuntere na perrej korea morte ngatonga no ngaki pino kangi bare so ngaki pingona eka to dike ngi abuni do ko bulo ka kalo ngi na ta ka tamar ngatonga lu ya ra ngato lu de ta pukana ngato lu de ta pukana ga ngi na bo tamano ngaki pina ko tena ngaki pino go ya mana tara una nge bare mere ngatunga mai sasa angani ngoli na ngoro ngona ngoli kinta man amake na nge ani we moi oge mo na to ma epita na kipi alba na kipi na masenga tunga angi bare ena ngari era nge de na bo alo to mo pe ngala bunyi ne ge akoro ngona ka ke da me to ngalu ya la ta to le de me to ngalu yen kiti ya ka pu kan to ma le de me to ngalu iya ko na nga pido na ko te ati ta prison ule de mete to ngalu sasa nga krong na dadang ida bangi di nyama ga na pukan to de mi to ngalu ama na ngalu tara na nga to because ari amuno ta to ngalu ga chelu aneni iya na bo nga krong na wali life nguda ngulu le bo na ta na yoko ti nguda ngula ge ta de me to ngalu ebe bo ko to to nye kuna neni boyete to polo bo ni nyama ga na to nga ki boyoto agni ade pa ni angitia damana ngedi kare mojo reka ejo ngalu ajua ngalipa kare mojo mam ko tana ko pina nguna chena itende ambole kare mojo ngene chanta pukane ina mena kangene tingi kare mojo ngalo taw ko tere kingara ga ngetunga to ma ke tare so bore ni lo dikin ni ngini ngida ba kan ngida ba kan to le onai ani ki kede to ma la pole buni de karu ye bundi ye adu banga kronda da ko tere kare mojo da pe ke na re ko tere kare mojo da butne de ajo kingi tena be ile lo pelo ngo pe lo studio lo ya bala iko kini mo yo kana bala ipedo nga kra kare mojong to wait pa de cholo la ke president to polo ba kwa pa e pola kwa Uganda na de teni ti ko tena mano kijana iko kini abange mam ipedo apedo ni da ke balance na ke ngare kare mojong mono ke apote na pe wala ke jawana ko be bo kare mojong na ke apote to akimuria de be yana pukan kumuria de ala to ma agi to pola kwa kala to magi jana ken bangi dia bangi nguna ngina are abangi di kare mojo ngara are region wala baret etingi ton keche boro ngula rangi bokel iko kana ngamor na video no iko kana ngi golta iko nyona ala ngi boro lakini ichiti nga on kare mojo ngoko koyo ngeche boro ngule amana kito tolota ngara kini keche e yangule o muni etena kware kai yangule de talto manga moto kai abangi di mono nini bagini ngi aya tamara na bo abuti anege kwa ipe alto makudi kwa ipe to ni Uganda nini eti nini yin kudi chana alto mangetai nini epupi akudi people ngete oyo abungi da kiboyi ntar kare mojo ngete oyo go ya rangi dila na ngeta maga ngeli boyo ngeli abuti ngeli ka kikede oteda apira apira ngudi chana da apira to bakin ka ketetani kina kopa na gang ni kiantar ngetela Tonjongo tonga kena kada da to chau tende dan to tonga re ko ngako pini munache so bana ye kala mangi election ngoloji ara ko no clear tamara na ina ingata gini kare mojo nga ara ko pana ke business ye business na ko pana je ko tele ngi boken do ye na ko pana ni boken ngulu ketinge jo tabari ko pana lakini sasa ngi boken ngulu ngi to la mana to bokut ina kile ngi to ngi boro ngulu ko tera akulia kwa mamgo na lotuma ikechi na boye dula te ngoro ngula yana sasa tawanyina tamani apu gana ekemena oringi kemena kotera ara ekemena kabala ane gialario bore bate ki gialar kona ngamurna talo ko morno buto gialario ya magna percentage peto bongare mojo bate na mam tare percentage nga irido ngamura kwar ka fana lakini mambore bongi bangi ri alo bangi ni ri mo nang business yo ala kare mojo peto lu dedere talo rotina ni na ina ni nga aksa podga business ngulu na ngauni esa podga ngi ngalo mune ko yete na tunga ngeloto na ngomon ni kudi boken ani gelario e bogunyo ani gelario e percentage ngol to bongolo tunga ko tere ngatunga tingi tonga de ngalo pukoi e pitele bagara ke moto abana ngide yina kujiri kai borni ya ni wengi na kare mojo ko tere aratara akujitwani ya bangana kiwa ke ngi che tonga neje lakini sasa adewa kujun kare mojo kiwa ke kare mojo nene yangi boki nene yangi bolo ajwa ya magina kuju kingara kinga tonga lu alto mapuga ne buni aria mu nkeche boro ko tere ngatunga nyamete nkeche boro amam ngache atami bicara ranguna
alakara no witara lokato etolim ai klakara kitasha ununa. Otherwise, thank you so much. That's our brother Etolim, of course, bring us to only 19 minutes going after the hour of 9 this great evening. And I would like to get back to our presidential candidate. That is none other than James Nathan Nandala Mafabi. Would like to welcome him once again. I want to bring you back. We stopped on the side of health. In regards to health, we have a word from Mwalim Julius Eliud Mwale from Municipal. He says that, okay, best wishes to him, the president, and of course the Olo team. The question he asks is, what special plans do you have to revamp education system in Karamoja? And what motivates you to aspire for top position? And of course, how best are you going to improve on the healthcare of Karamoja? This is from Malim Elliot Julius Mwale from Municipal. Otherwise, that is Icebreaker as we welcome you back live on air as we move on. Bon President, you're most welcome.
Thank you so much. Maybe for purposes of understanding what we're going to do, our manifesto is divided into 5 parts, and they are called pillars. Pillar 1 is generating employment opportunities, and under this we have coffee, fisheries, livestock, cotton, tea, cooperatives, trade, industry, mineral development, oil and gas industry, tourism. And if you look through this, tourism is here, minerals are here, oil and gas is here in Karamoja, industry should be here, trade is here, and of course if we talk about livestock, we have cotton. Cotton grows here very well, and the cotton is called the white gold for job creation. Under pillar number 2, which is strategic investments, we talk about roads, rail, water, air transport, information and communication technology, housing, energy, land, water and environment, and you know what we're talking about, and security. That's our investment pillar number 2. Our pillar number 3 is about human capital development. We talk about education. Of course, you are aware of diminishing quality of education, salary disparities, lack of national, national feeding policy for our children. You know, you can't have a child studying from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. without feeding, and that's what we're talking about. Insufficient capitation grant. You know what it gives to primary children, that's pupils, and secondary is too small. High school dropout, inefficient. Then we talk about sports and recreation and the creative arts. That's sufficient funding in sports. Poor and limited sports infrastructure. Failure to nurture our talents. You know, there are very many talented people who can do a lot, but they are not giving an opportunity. Then under health, under that is of course human capital development. While preventing disease and promoting health and awareness, increasing access to mental health care, herbal, traditional and alternative medical medicine development. I grew up in my village. There were old men who could treat people. Now they are not there. They are finished, and you know, those herbals were working. Public health emergencies and epidemic preparedness, and sustainable funding for health services. You know, we want to put 10% of health services. So if you're talking about Karamoja, health services will be looked after from down, what we call primary health care, up to we can also call secondary and university.
Yeah.
We know we need to have those health services down there. I can tell you, Uganda is a very rich country. We could have all medicine in hospitals. We could have all health services. You see, health. If you go to hospital and you don't get health staff which are able to work, then you are not going to get a service. If you don't get equipment which is going to work on a scan, testing kits, then you are not going to survive. If you don't get, after that, medicine, which you are necessary. And you know, when we talked about how to do medicine, I hear President Museveni, they are stealing drugs in hospitals, in national medical stores. When did he know in 40 years? He knew medicine is a priority. And national medical stores is fond of bringing drugs which are about to expire because they are being dumped in the other country. They bring here, then they will push them in Moroto hospital, they will push them in health centers in Moroto here. Then when they expire, they say, oh, you never use the drugs, but they were brought when they had their lifespan. So those are things. So we need to have really medical working. And the Moroto hospital is supposed to become, you see, it's a referral hospital. It's one of those which we now wanted to know about. These are all referral hospitals are going to become national hospitals. Well equipped, well facilitated, Now the district, the other one which are health center for, and the one going to become like district hospitals, with those equipments to deal with the mind, but well also equipped, and paying workers very well, having staff there with houses, having those staff with their children, because they are going to be educated for free from primary up to the university. That also applies in the education sector. The education sector, you need a teacher who can teach. You don't have to have disparity. English or math, they're the same. Get them well, it's in our manifesto. Have them have houses and their children educated for free. I'm a teacher by profession. You can only prepare a scheme of work, or you can mark exams, or you can mark tests, or you can mark homework if you have a settled mind. But if you go and ask our teachers now, where's your ATM? You know ATM? The one you go to move money. You said the ATM is with the money what? Money lender. The identity card is with the money lender. So the teacher is teaching for money lender. So if you are teaching for money lender, what will you teach? You will be teaching money lending instead of teaching our children to pass. Now, if you come here, you look at our children. How not studying? Now, private schools, for private schools, they are what? They are studying. While government schools are not what? Studying. And if the country was serious that science should be the one to pay, maybe they would have also told private school to do the same. But private school pay their teachers well. They are private are studying. Now, when you bring exams, they don't differentiate from government and the private. There's the same what? Exam. So that's why our performance in private is high, while for those in the government is low. And when you're looking for those of Moroto, Nakapiripiti, Sironko, you don't look for them from up. You look from them from where? Down. So all about the bottom. So this one will be a deliberate effort to ensure that we invest in education and feed our children to be able to study. Deal with health. Make sure the health people, as I've told you, are well off. Health to treat sick people.
Yeah.
Because if you went to the hospital which is sick, the health personnel are sick. The equipment they are using is sick, and they're treating a sick person. You will be lucky to come back a lot more, unless they will give you a right to go and buy medicine in the private hospital. Our pillar number 4, and that's when we were saying we're going to put sustainable funding in health services. You see, we're seeing our small kids, girls, teenagers getting pregnant. It's terrible. It's pregnancy. We must deal with that pregnancy. Why should the girls get pregnant? Because they're dropping out of school. There's no food at school. We must ensure that girls stay in schools. Boys stay in schools. But also, even if you have got pregnant when you are young, I'll make sure you go to study. You understand? You may have made a mistake and became pregnant. Why don't you go and be given an opportunity to study further? Pillar number 4 is about leadership and governance. You know, leadership is the core from even a home. If you have poor leadership at home, you have a poor family. So we have leadership and governance, and this one was saying we shall establish inclusive value-based politics, a pillar to eliminate corruption, a plan to eliminate corruption. Corruption here, I'll deal with system. You know, the chairman part, you know?
Yeah.
I hope everybody saw what I did. Even when I sent the vice president to prison.
Yeah.
The ministers don't wait. If I can send them when I'm not a president, you steal district funds, I'll deal with you. You steal district roads.
Thank you so much, Bwana President. Now here,
let me just
a minute. Here you have talked of corruption, which I believe corruption. Now you're going to talk about transparency here. Now, what steps in regards to corruption? What steps are you going to take to ensure transparency and accountability in government? And how are you going to promote good governance? Because you've spoken about good leadership. You have spoken about corruption, which I believe you talk about this briefly. Just elaborate on this.
You see, when we talk about leadership and governance, you have answered yourself. You must be transparent, accountable, with integrity.
Yes, but how are you going to
responsible?
How are you going to?
Now, let me give an example.
Yeah.
Just for simplicity. Do you know what Tajano?
Yeah, I know.
What does he do?
Auditing all government programs.
You have internal audit general, internal audit.
Yeah.
You have IGG, you know it. So what has happened to their reports? You must empower those institutions. There are good laws to deal with that. So every report of water general which should come out must be acted on without fear and what? Favor. Because it's very simple. Let me give an example. I gave you money to do a road. there is no road. Do I need to ask you who are you? I must deal with action. Why is who took the money for the road and why there is no road? But also service delivery. In our local governments and central governments, the people are waiting for what we call quarterly release. You know quarterly release? After getting it, they share and they disappear. Now, I will ensure civil service perform. You will have what we call time sheets. You entered at 8. What did you do between 8 and 9? 9 to 10. You see, those are how you account for your day. By the time you knock off. So I must see the service you have made. If you are an extension worker, you must see how many farmers you have seen. And with them signing that they saw you. If you are hospital staff, you must tell me how many people you treated. You will be paid well. The payment of salary for civil servant will be well. But you must also deliver services. Now the services will be the one to determine that you are doing your work. Because corruption is not only in money. Even you not working is corruption. But you are being what? Paid. You are occupying offices and eating maybe time and officer of food at a place of work. So there will be a mechanism to do counter check on work. So the service delivery will be priority number one. So I've told you, water general reports, time sheet, internal water general. Internal audit is very primary. Without fear or favor. So when you talk about fighting corruption, it's very easy. I gave you 100 million. I expect output of what? 100 million. If I don't see it, you will tell me where it went. There will always be value for what? For money.
That will be one-on-one.
Value for money, you must show value for money. You must account for your time as a civil servant. Even if you are a private person, you will give you a contract, you must account for it. Let me give an example of a road, which I wanted to explain. To make a road in Uganda, you need a kilometer, $3 million. That's 11 billion. I have an engineer here. My brother Muyat. What do you need on the road? Stones. They are got in Uganda. Water. Sand. Cement. Labor. Here. I'm giving you those are laborers are here. The only thing you see are those trucks. But are being driven with the Ugandans. But those trucks don't pay taxes. After finishing, they even take them to other countries and whatever. So in short, those trucks, we can even find a way to import them ourselves without paying what? Taxes, and our boys and girls drive. They will need tar. Now, tar is just a byproduct of petroleum, if I'm not wrong. But also we can get another mechanism. Am I wrong, engineer? Isn't it a byproduct of petroleum? Yes, now we have oil in Hoima. We can get it locally. But also there are other mechanisms. I went to Turkey, in Istanbul. You know Istanbul. I got they were making roads with stones, cutting around them, and others were making tiles. Tiles made it from stone and from what? Sand and soil. We can do it here. We may not go that long way because we have soil, we have sand, we have stones, and we can do it in Istanbul. I have been to and I went to Brussels, and I went and saw they have cut small stones. They have put them on the road. You're just making them with sand and fixing them. You don't need tar. And their roads are permanent. So when one gets broken, they come and remove and just fix. Even if you put the tire on the road, you remove it and fix. So it is very possible to make this road cheaper. So why do you make a road for 11 billion shillings, yet the cost is not more than $150,000? So it means every 1 kilometer in Uganda of tar, they are stealing 19 kilometers. That means that's why you see these projects taking long. People have to delay on them. Others are, for us who are suffering with the roads, others are making what? Lives. And that's why I'm saying the roads in Uganda are going to be cheaper, and there will be very many roads to be made, because if 1 kilometer, we're losing 19. It means every year, if we're making, let me give an example, if we're saying 1,000 kilometers, which we have made, that means we have lost 19,000 kilometers. 19,000 kilometers plus 1, that's 20,000 kilometers. 20,000 kilometers, you will pave even village what? Village roads. You will pave them. And I can tell you it is possible. It's only me who comes with ideas to deal with that. I come with ideas to sort out corruption. I come with ideas to deal with governance. And even our manifesto were clear, we're going to restate term limits. we're going to restate age limits because these are other things which are bringing us a problem. We don't take Mzee 7. He has done whatever he has done for 40 years. He cannot do anything more in 5 years. He has done his part. We thank him for it. And I want to tell people of NRM, we have supported, we're grateful. We come to build bridges where there are no bridges. We have to repair where they are broken. We don't come with hatred. We're not witch hunting anybody. We're saying, no, give us an opportunity to move this country to another level. Our main problem now is poverty. And this GDP which you are hearing about, the growth of 6-8%, is not in our pockets. It is the other people who are in the videos, the Chinese, the Indians, who get the money and take the what?
They take back to their countries.
Their countries. I want the money to remain in Uganda. The contracts will be for Ugandans. If it is feeding school children, you don't have to import rice from Tanzania. You don't have to import rice from China. Rice is from here. Make sure the Ugandans grow rice. Winyor is here and whatever.
Thank you so
Maize
much.
is here. Porridge is here.
Thank you so much, presidential candidate. As we're moving on, we're getting back into the multi-party bit of it. You know, in Uganda, NRM has so far dominated for now almost 40 years, if I may say. And in Uganda, we have developed so many parties, opposition parties, if I may call it. And you, as the party president of FDC, together with other opposition parties, how will you work with other opposition members to achieve your shared goals and, of course, promote alternative policies in Uganda so as to take Uganda to the next level that you wish Uganda to be?
I want to ask a question.
Yes?
Does the NRM person fall hungry? Does he fall hungry? Hungry, no. You want food. They also need food. They also need medicine. They also need a road. If we all need a road, there are things we're talking about don't need parties. We need a country where every Ugandan moves with dignity. So why we're here, we're saying, how do we work with that? We're not coming to work for parties, we're coming to work for people of what? Uganda.
But in this aspect, you're talking as opposition.
You see, that's where you go wrong. Opposition, I'm opposing what? I'm opposing the development in the country. I'm saying I am coming here with an alternative. How best to run the what? The country. Now to come in, I must come through an engine, a vehicle. And my vehicle is a forum for democratic what? Change. Now that is the vehicle I want you to jump in and we go. To reach the desired goal.
Okay.
So for you people who are saying, I'm saying, give me an opportunity.
Yes.
To become a president, to deliver what I'm saying in my manifesto.
Yeah.
The ruling party is NRM. Yes, I am now coming up to say, what they have done, they have not done it well, or it's enough.
Yeah.
Give us an opportunity to do it.
Yes.
So I don't need to say I should be in NRM to deliver what I'm saying. I'm saying I am here in the Forum for Democratic Change, FDC, with a key that I want you to jump in my vehicle so that we can achieve what is good for this country.
Okay.
That's why I asked the question. Do you fall hungry if you're NRM? Do you like a road? You see, the people are calling, why is health services in Moroto very bad in Karamoja? And you vote 100%, in fact 110%. NRM. Why? Because if you're eating NRM, you will not be crying about health, you will not be crying about education in Moroto, because you vote 110%. So now I'm coming and say, no, you have done that, we have not achieved what you want. I come with a reasoning. So that's what I'm saying, I'm here to ask everybody, with NRM, with opposition, to really jump with me, Nandala from FDC, with a key, with my team. The Helens, the Chiaye, the Zainabs, the Zippolas, the Joshuas, to go to the promised land. And the promised land is where we should have everything we're complaining about.
Yes.
Education. Education. Health. Poverty. You see, let me give a simple one before you stop me. You see, here there's a lot of land grabbing. People's rights are not being taken off. God gave Karamoja their land. You see, there was some people of memorandums of understanding here. They are not accessing the land. The surface rights are not being given. Royalties are not being given what they are getting out of the land, minerals and whatever. Is that fair? Is that fair? That's what we should be cutting. Our cows are dying. because of counterfeit drugs. And yet we have a country. Why don't you bring right drugs for cows to not die? Clean drugs, and that's also God does.
Yeah.
Why am I bringing us? Why arrest the youth? Try them. Try them. Try them. For us, we want to extend the road to Karamoja.
Yeah.
Why? Because it's the best method to deal with transport. We want Uganda to be united. I come with unity. I want somebody to leave Karamoja, to go to Chisoro, is treated as a brother or sister. I want somebody to come from Mbale to go to Arua, is treated as a brother or sister. I want somebody to leave Gulu to go to Marara, is treated as a brother. The united country. Unity. Right now, people look at others that these are eating on our behalf. We have been disadvantaged. Yet you even could be making a mistake. The other few people are eating on our behalf, but you are categorizing it to everybody. And that's where we say, no, they need to be what? A change. Yeah. So why we're here in this, we're in it for good God. We come with what? If I was coming to speak without a document, without what I'm saying, this is a contract, you would say you have nothing. I have come with a contract, a manifesto, which I say it's the best. I am an economist. I don't know if you're aware. I'm an accountant. Uganda, Kenya, UK, America. Are you getting me?
Great economist.
I am a statistician. I am a teacher. I am I'm a chairman of a cooperative union, which is the only one surviving in British cooperative union. Right now, coffee is at 17,000 shillings plus. A kilo. A man who gets on 1,000 kilos from 300 trees. 300 trees is half an acre. He has 17 million. If he has an acre, he has 34 million. In 2 years, he has 78 million, 68 million. I hope you're seeing it.
Very well.
In 3 years, he has built a house, he has bought cars, he has good life. Go there, you will see. Yet the land is too small, 1 acre, while Karamoja you have multitude of acres, which is so fertile and it should be used. So, is my advice to remove you from poverty. Do you need me to be in NRM? No. I need me to tell you I have this vehicle to take you to the promised land. I have my brother Joshua here who will explain. My sisters are here. So this is why.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. That brings us to our slogan. Your slogan that is fixing.
Our slogan, you take it.
Hey, our slogan.
Now you read it.
Fixing the what? The economy.
And have and the money. You
and have money in our pocket. Okay.
Yes. And nobody can go without money. That's why I asked the question. Does he need Does he need medical? Does he need a road? Does he need health?
Okay.
Does he need education? All these things you are raising, the colors which came from people from Karamoja.
Okay, thank you so much. Getting down to that slogan, you're a great economist. You've worked for so long, enough experience.
A villager.
Yes.
I'm also a villager.
Yes, help the people in one way or the other. But of course, out of all this experience, you even worked with Bank of Uganda as a
No, I never. Bank of Uganda, they wanted me to be
World Bank, rather. World Bank.
Yeah, why they wanted me to be a governor? They knew I'm one of the most big men. But I just told them I can't be a governor of the bank.
Okay.
I want to be the governor of the country.
I mean World Bank, away from that. Okay. Down from there, you find that you worked in big positions as a great economist, a great accountant. You had enough time to fix this economy in this position. And now that you want to get into this upper position as a president of Uganda, and when you look back, let me bring you back to Karamoja where you are. Back, all years back, you saw how the roads were bad, the way the land was, the way the district was, and now you see with our local people, they see there is light, they see some tarmac around, they are enjoying PDM, if I may say, and so forth. How best are you going to convince our local people that you're going to fix this economy, yet they feel they have sage, they have what, and so forth? How best are you going to convince our people that you're going to fix this economy, or else how are you going to fix this economy?
I think you were about to say you were there and never fixed it. Maybe that was the trying.
You did something. I'm saying you did, but
yes.
But I believe you didn't. According to you, you didn't do enough. That's why you've come to this position.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me give that. I have advised many governments.
Yeah.
Up to now, I still advise. Of course, I gave examples of some of them: Tanzania, India, Kenya, Ghana, among others.
Yeah.
Those who have taken my advice have really changed.
Is Uganda part of them?
Yes, but they don't want to take it.
Okay.
Because that one I even give for free. And they don't want to take it. So that's why I'm coming now. I'm saying the people of Uganda give me an opportunity to implement it.
Yeah.
Because I come with a love. I know what our people go through. Until you're in this village, you will not know. Let me give an example. Why should an MP buy an ambulance? And which ambulance? They're going to buy these taxis which are finished second hand. Second hand, they're already sick. Then they come with the word MP ambulance. What is an MP supposed to be an ambulance? The ambulance is supposed to be a hospital ambulance. You bring in brand new, and this is not a complicated thing. Some of them even use the money from, they go to Ministry of Health, they give them ambulance, then they change the names to themselves. That should stop. An ambulance must be an ambulance equipped with facilities to treat a person when he is in danger in that inside there. Not you just having a signpost of an ambulance. No, no. I have seen an ambulance. There will also be an ambulance. They're in our manifesto. And everything I'm talking about in the manifesto. Now you're talking about roads and whatever. All these roads we have been fighting for many years. If you know who have been fighting, go and check the answer. Nandala has been at the forefront. Even in negotiating with African Development Bank, I've been there. Even in negotiating with World Bank about your roads, I've been there. You understand? The reason I do it because of love. Now, these roads of yours were not built. Let me give an example. Soroti to here.
To Moroto.
To Moroto. Now we're going to Bulambule, Usironko, to via Nakapiripiti. None of it was built from local money. It's all borrowed what?
Money.
Money. But if you built 1 kilometer and we lost 19 kilometers, who lost? It's the people of Karamoja. They would have done more kilometers with the same money. But I've done it what you are saying. So you come and be convinced with little, forgetting that there's more you have what? You have lost. My argument, I'm coming, yes, there are roads, but it is too little compared with how much money you are putting. Secondly, this is not a share for Karamoja. This is a little share as far as Karamoja is what? Concerned. They should have more. And I'm giving you examples. Yeah? You have minerals. What I saw them being taken, are you happy? Are you happy? Do you have Tamaka from here up to Kotido? Do you have?
No.
Do you have from Kotido to Kabong? Do you have Kabong to Karenga? Don't you have a national park up there? Let me tell you, have you been to Kabong?
Yes, I've been.
Is there an airstrip? No. Eh? You have not seen it? There's no airstrip in Kabong.
Karenga, not Kabong.
Karenga. There's no airstrip. Is there? Why should we have an airstrip? Does everybody fly? There is a reason. This road must be well so that we have tourists. If a tourist is going to Karenga, to National Park, he gets here cassava roasted and he eats. The people on the wrong side would have made what? Money. This is profit. Have you seen what have been given? These are very expensive items out there. But here in Karamoja, I think because we have not marketed ourselves. So what have we done? Have we got enough? No. That's why in PDM I said, PDM you got you were supposed to get 1 million. But you got less than 1 million. I come to give you 100 million in every village for 5 years. 5 years. That's 500 million. So in a parish, so what about those who have not got? Are they happy? I come with a plan that everybody should what? Have money. Now those who have got are happy. What about those who have not got? And even they never got all. They say, if you read our manifesto of 2006, we said we shall pay the elderly who have a year of 65 years of age. Again, we have restated in our manifesto. So what am I going to do? The elderly? For me, I'm not going to look for 80 years. How many people are 80 years in Karamoja? In fact, even the Bible says, which I will quote at the end, after people live, when you live 70 years,
Yeah.
and now that's a good time gazetted by God. After that, anything above, you must thank what? God. For us, we're saying you should not thank God before you go. We're saying when you're 65 years of age, you should get 60,000 shillings per month. So who is bringing a good alternative? The one who waits for it to reach 80, where you may not reach, or the one who says 65. Now 65 means you have left. Civil servants live at 60. Me, I've dug a maze, I've done what? I've contributed the GDP of this country. And now I'm old. Why shouldn't I be paid? That's what, I also go for retirement. That's why we say 65 years of age, it is in our document. You'll be paid what? Money. So, what are we saying? We're saying we have a better alternative. Whatever you have got, you should have got it. But compare with the number of years. Is it enough? Is it equal? Is it worth it? What is the problem? And that's why we come. So my brother, we are not coming here to say what we're telling the people, that we come in to make your life better than it should be now.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. President. That is James Nandala Mafabi. Of course, bring us to only 8 minutes, the top of the hour of 10 at this great evening. But of course, I would like her to give the ball to Etolim to share with us something in the local language. Mata kapuna teker Moroto fama aloto mapak naga ikiana kidwa kia kapuna aloto mapak naga ka shamta kijaunion aloto meda logo kimore pe ka uyan muna ko ala kadol na iko na pak na lodha kijaun lokato tara Etolim lodhi de blanc blanc kin kwela ke bela kono nga kronogo ankar mojong uruaka ido ejauto na ngulu chedang toni mutu nga kronga pepe ido ogolok nyotana kiana aloto ma ataboni tena Etolim ke jauni
balaga polon nada ka bu ke muri ke da mono ala ka bu balaga ka polon alto ma bayo ngivi ko ngi pedori alo bakene akulia ko amamka wechi ka ki yo mai tama ka polon ibore mono ni a wonte mono akulia ko boni ara mo etantu ka akulia ko number 1 aranyo ara insecurity ani amamka o awadia correct ara awadia so abang da wa denga rai pe bore ni apolo ni a wonte akulia ko to mana kiere yo tamana yiri awona kona do bagene apukan na yinaga ado bagene akra security ado bagere ke eketi sasa ngeda gwa ken ngedelenga ado bagene epitelo ka muchuru do ka gwa ken ngedelenga lo bugana to eketi jongolo lo to na dongi so abana ngede apero ngi ado bagene nguna dadang era ko tere number 1 abangedi Uwagi ng factory mo talata na ko pana. Lakar mo jong. Uwagi ng factory talata lakar mo jong. Igilo to lo ala kalo teach. Idi amit ko pegi amit. Angin to ani yako de teach lo itie. E teach lo itie to anane. Ara teaching lo area mun yang delenga. E bala kar mo jong ne gya kiwa na factory anga mura ne bo granite. E be granite ape mita. Ara ape million kanus ide mu ya to ma. Kara ngamita ya kada na lukunu gwa ngami miloni ngai ngona ai belo sene de nangulu ngai nyami de nangulu le temi ko tere le mi kona boni bo granai na ko panaga so bagi da bagi nini akro amam ka wetich abangi ri kere amam etich ani ara mera ngitu ana de diamit ani changulu ngi diamit lakini to ting to agogong iko kona ngora barai mi arda to elo de ke apukan ke na ke president ana lebo Nandala Mafabi elodhi akora kene elodhi a onye pikipiko elodhi apuka na onye pikipiko ani ke a onye pikipiko ngu boda elo senge boda aketach na milioni ngare bon etachi lo pikipiko ikena ni pikipiko la elodhi akistie pikipiko logo aloto ma ngikaru lo do tenkan inya kwele ngangulu ya kana kidiama one kidiama lakini sasa toko na lala emeto ni pikipiki pay lakini lo ditu ana ketacha ngede nga lala auto me pe pikipiki kenyo ngede na lata cha boda ngole meta boda etonga nan koringo ngede nga lata cha boda wale meta pikipiki lo kelale muni aloloni adau ni apa kena uyan ide muni to arkia tacha to ani ni ngede nga ang boda lo tengumwa bonni te kama kana tarae tata sa milioni ngare ikena ngene ko pikipiki to lodi na ngona so una PDM abala kapolon PDM akali kare won kori to kana na pukan ne ro na pu agrika kininge na ga to tu bitolo lore ana na kini angolo parish amile na pe miat lakini abange di nya magana ngede nga tolo den ta pe miat la parish amana ngede nga amile na pe miat ka bunge di lo gicholong logo acham tinga na ken angolo village amile na pe miat ingeda tamana ile mune pe village ngamile ni ngamea ngakana to me pe karu e pe village so ile mune tamara ngede nga la itemo kono ngatunga dulto to ma nakana ngatunga so tamana ngedi o chur dar ka ngedi pe bora ina kingatunga na wana kulia ko araw ni kulia kanote nabo edite tichilo tia yo lakini kitubyo nga elala una bangedi anata ngedi ke tungona buna yido ngaka ngedata na ngedi ngedata mare una abo na ngedi ngedata mare sasa iko kona yongo ba kona yongo go bakini modang borol gulo pita kali al to me kwan pati na bo kona yongo era yo to ani tepe ga pukan tamana ngini to agi tepe ga pukan kwai ne tepe ga pukan kingi tana ngidi e presenta equation na tama aro ngetolu ki anarema nyamena akora irana tege jada akora atamara kinyama akora kira ngata akoro eton ke fudizi da ira ga akoro ngeda na range to ngetonga so kata mayongo ayo kwa yongo akapolo Nandala Mafabi kata malo kone ka yong tama bua oruko alto maka motoka naga kotere olunyeru alto mangalu goringa angolo le yingarena erono nenia ke tepege ngai tepege nenia bala gori alimo kana kalimo ngete alimo ngeta kalimo kaya tamar ala ka to umera yani ni korina ka to umera yani ni yani gwalo tolimilo gori boro ila motokone kurusi ngatanga kipinu akurusi anga kipi mamngera ke tepege pukan lakini niche to harbo ngulu yadi ngata meta marte nyebo nyoni bunturi alimo kana tamare kurusi ngatanga kipi so ngini na ba ngini iko kona katama ngini to anda mare akla ke tepega ne gi gua lu nyaro lo logo arun nenia aba na ngini mam ngara ni around position mam ngara ne ke tepega pugan ara nenia limo kindiyo ngone makena kitia kotere yario akora rikorio na kwapa ngena akwapa ne bogo promise land akwapa ne yanga lupna jwa akore ne yanga akwapa na jwa ara nenia tamaro lu nyaro da lu nyaro mera tamara ke tepe so ngida ba ngidi yada to lu yaga kinga ngi bazi rato an FDC rato an UPC ore ara ya pati da mbe itepe ke to ni apugana mam rato mar ayo to ani ngini ya plan ike ngolo kata maria da akla ko miera poteto lor to logo kinga tana yedi ya logo tama iko gini lo dia do bakene ore fixing economy ko ni lo dia do bakene ngakoro na ke amuchuru da no bana ngiri iyo nga ayo ngara to ani ayim mam ngiro ra yo ke to kwa ngara to ani ayim mete ake mara ka ke tolo dertere nga ka to pola kwa pala to na amuchuru dano ayo alo ngiri alto man kwa pina dan ngone ri alo to ma akwa pina kwa UK kwa India kwa Tanzania kwa UK America matiama ka Uganda na nepene neto wangu lo aire da ke tametaite ayana kuri ado bagnudi ekeche business ado bagina ka choko lakini Uganda ngola akakopna ka urtela na magana kira kakro epega da kakro kotere yene tatamar rumuni ko kala kala to amane kotere Uganda ala la bule mbo ya bule ngedelinga abule atar nge Uganda ngedelinga bule atar etingeta ko pana ngedelinga mam ngara ko pana mbo kulia kana like etingeta ko pana ngedelinga lakini ngetolo yakale to ma na pukan abule atar ngedelinga tamana ngedi kata mama nange ya tamare iko kona wani iyanga kwa pini ne iyanga iko kona na kapri print ama tingete rukude ngola ra khola Moroto soroti tingete khola kike nange ya tamare akwa pini una tingete khola ala ka ngiro ta doa peke buntu ta khola ngolo ko tere ngede nga taru lu dubite da khola ngola ra lo le poti Africa Development Bank banki ngina lipunya ngene neni kilipuna ngezi neni liputo lugana ngene lakini ngeze ngalu kuna bani lipuni alala ngoli ya tamar epe kilomita ke rukude e zubi alto mandala alala neni bo ani tamakinyo nyonde alala ta ngeze ngina ke rukude alo erukude la ngamur isti erukude ya maram isti erukude azinyon isti erukude aki pi istiero kude ngetonga tar ngulu ile jile te arangul be ka ko pana nyo agogo ngira ne ibori ni kilo ni bugono lo kude ngini arani aranga ngala kelekya ka kimeta ngona ponto leo na petrol ko ya diesel nyamampe mampa magna betala ori ani kala lebe mantara ngona ibori ngini kilo ngini ngidala lebe lakini to yambi tamara a pay kilomita e rubi alto magna ngulu nge pataka ngulu ala kano we lakini abangi ri kwa ngeto ani ya mite pitala ngedelenga a pay kilomita ngena amagana to tio Uganda to ne to lo tia pay kilomita a pay kilomita na tia Uganda ara to bogo Uganda ngedelenga ke lo pitolo yokono kera pay kilomita ke oro wa kilomita ngatomon ankan komon so ela la chanchana ngedelenga ngena kingi de question de tama aro mono de ka Moroto ko tido ya wala da mara mam aya kotido kabong ya wala da mam karanga kotido ya wala da mam kotere nyo nya mam kara wala lakini ani tamang nyo karanga e bonyo a kero kandege ani ki ya kero kandege ya na inyo ba kero kandege ngana e ya karanga jo kuringa to ani gelo no nda ma ki pora nyo gwa ginere ya ga maga ka gala gwa ginere to lo stiate to dana ngini ki ya galda gito ngini ka moto kala gito nya dukere air street ko ya kero kandege karanga to ma meru kude wala jokon wala ete wala inge tunga pakaina mana ngiri yaravi ne penen tamana ingata kini yang to ngine nguni e to kana bo auditor general intano auditor ka gigi ne to le mana kitigiete akoko na ngedelenga mana ngiri kabu ngiri ne to le reprint ka gro ka ko ngedelenga atachi ngela lu temukuno to jongo tani lo se kwapa o district ama ide mo digni anda le gidio ko to kiara ngedelenga ngulu ala nkokola ngekamun ibole ni ama na tatachi tejika joko kama lo kidia makota ni bunya kiteke to mentenge de lalo yana ngina lo district ule kidio ko ngulu yana ngina ko kola nya yana lakini to kana ngulu de tacho kebe ala de ngede nga ngulu ani pote agre pripa ngede la ka puka ni jamne ta ko koita ani me lakini ngidi kilele ngi check yo ko kola to yar to buchera to ma ki kamuno tamana ngidi alto ma a kijana kile ngatonga acham tingi da bula ke bula le tichika puka acham tanya katachi ya mshara akata mshara lo temuno ngedi kalo mage na lokicho lo pap nketi ya kapuka na dang angoni angini tungana ya kaun boni ko yo time sheet ngena giri wa barwa ngeda lu lomne lo tich kanga lu lo lo tich ani na ngulu bo ko ngulu ara ngulu agriculture acham ta kingeti tungana ma ngurupo ngai fo munga wiyo edo bagi ngurupo ngulu kwa kana to anga temokiyo akiwa anka chakaje na bontar ke mamuyo e pero ta petela itare dia e pero ta kichochwa yente ke tolo spray ngare ngeto ange mame tichi ngolo tia to ana to buchari pe kwalita mati angin to ana da itemono lo tichi ko tere ke na kapuga ne ke tachi yo nyama na lu yokno aglo kana ke nyama na lu karam abana ngedi alto magi tichi corruption abana alto magi tichi corruption erika ke chapu kadaga etia cheke tichi lakini yana to angula ne ko tenge delinga ngiche dikinyo ngiche ke kamuna abangi de kariam ngidin ko kala ko ya ka ya kam ni to anada ajam ni ya bulia so abana ngi da tama nyata kini akale ko tum sebe na kanikari ya etie ke ti chila joko ni karma to ngoni mo lakini dola pa ile mbogo ri yonga to tiagra na do ada to le ro ko kidi ya to bagana boren ko tere ke ara ko panangaren ko tere ibora da ya ke pa kilo ta ko ni pa ka pe ke to lore itie ka do itie ka ko Nandala Mafabi itie ti to lo ngare la ara no
ala karno itara ngolo kato etolim ngole dile ro ngunda da ngolo to ma atabong ne tenaga ngada ki kai ngakan ki chawnya lo to ma ngidai ngomon ngulu kata aluka tabong including ara lo to ma da le chelogo tine bal araya tike moto fama ngidari do ngina pupion lo to ma tabong ne tena ayong innocent kodet ngidai jaunti ni pe yoko nege to kona iklo na kera ni na katyo ko Helen Kiai kangala Zainab ngulu yakari toma Moroto ngulu waiting to Moroto alo toma pakini tenaga apena yangoto ape dakika ani kibongni ogolokini kia on kanga dakanga to manankan bon ogolokini oto naidang kingaring la ino kotere nyo kapupo alo toma pakini uruana ngitapena ko radio kanyo tono kini ana radio kontora ateker moto fama akijana kine bukio ngola polon ikandela saleto
faso pena
My grandma was in this here.
We share those names.
We share. What else in Karamoja?
Share, even I realize the share.
Yeah. I'm going to welcome you. 1-1. I open the lines. And then I welcome Poa. Papa. I'll be welcoming you to say a word.
Okay, to close the yes.
To say a word. And then finally, we will mention this message of happy and everything. Listen. And then we wind up. So we are getting back on air.
Yes.
We are getting back on air. Kindly. The rest of you have more.
We want to thank you for giving us an opportunity. That's very nice.
Yatumon kan kauni kilimaking kan karya teker motor fama akijana kini bukio kungola polon. Ngada kan ngatumon kesha ngaloto manida ngumun kata bom iklothing ngaloto mapaki ni tenaga. Yuko yoka pona teker motor fama mere James Nandala Mafabi bone yenege ikia onka kiai Helen kape ka nyala Zainab ngulu alo Moroto ngulu jaunte kapolon toma Moroto katoma na studio nege. Asham tera dinga dia ni kesheda arai kiai Helen ini gweta lotoma advocate na kawi kintinga bero lotoma Moroto district tara lotoma parliament ani wa doni loyngolo kanyala Zainab yenge da kitobo nkiyok aloyngolo Moroto municipality ikwa kawi kinto lotoma parliament so ngitunga mulu kona kilo na kijau ni kesho lugu era ngadi anake to package iklo ngarin asham tageke de aneni ka Helen kiai alotoma atabong ni tenaga Helen kiai chamno ya kijau ni yonga alotoma atabong naga era yo akawe kinton ngina nkere unok ngina the youth alotoma Moroto ibuyo kitie jok kana boye yo lopati ngolonyan na kolong tenaga yo lopati ngoloputh kwa deke dilere unto rakapolo na bali mamunki yaona tiakatia koria kijana ni pati na kijana kingetunga angarto yanga dinguna kinirto yong ediki ne nyang to bune ni puth ka chia paki yanga dinguna chamtiong aria muna lotoma ewa ngolo puthi logo kijana kinyang kontunga achamtiong lotoma paki naga kitosha ushete alotoma tabong naga kitosha kinkontunga ngano dikuna ilovi kintiong kanga muna ilovi kintiong ko teranga bero lotoma e district ngola Moroto
ala khara no we tami alimoda kan hakero Helen Kiai kona fa alimino innocent ko ina goeti ango ngirigina pe ebe woman MP aspirant na Moroto district abana yango na pe ngeta yongo ape atubi ango urwana erona boniera moda na kene ebuku odia moda na kene ngitunga anera ngitunga Uganda kona pe deke alimino akadi court atamari ngitunga Uganda ran tole maadi kikinyomi tete kana batara iboring ni arai ani ikinyom tango tunga ngula Uganda kilerete epite wolo ijana kilere ngitunga ngula Uganda ni arai ejok paparere aketala kan ngitunga ikodi ngulu akhar mo jong boni kitiyana kidana peipan atubi angurwa ka atamari era iboring ni anyu ara atamari be okwai edea artoro to kiani nyanganta ebine ni pei irore ngakiro ngona era kira ngona tapito ebuku emama kurian anyera ikiupa boko pakalas toria muito ngitunga chan kajam kona halimu ngona ngamudu kuyerono pakawuri boko yono ko yoloto ngare ekulia kaka ngetunga idongi tikare mo jonga haku kimara pana jongo boni e baadi ngetunga balere ahamaga ne batunga nan they shall not leave anyone behind. Many of the community to one don't take a group, like in a right way in the Yoko, a don't carry Mojon Haku. Na Kire, don't carry Mojon Haku. Yaboko, don't carry Mojon Haku. Don't carry Mojon Haku and Yara. I don't go near I could not crown and Rangona Kire. Now working your any Akadiko to Konamo Rikiti, Aquapan Uganda, atamari yonga ngakro ikechino kwa na pele kalimuntori akadi coat Nandala Mafabi atamar erai iborengini idongtori karmojo hauni arai papa are ma borengini idilero kintoi woni ikarmojo ngakemak ngakadi ko ngidoro alere akamaga kana ino way karmojo so ingedi borengini ketonyo uni atamare de ebika katake ngoroto loga okwai darto limo gitu ngakro ngona yokino papa are da ni arai borengini epol e ma de wana atamare be ani rumor wonder that ikiriya everybody is equal ani aram to wani etaka ta be lugu edio mito mame so bone ke to nyuni angini atamare daroto olotolo waye ani arai bone ko ni atamare ni chera tan ko na roro to lo ebo ko woni ebe be ke chera lu anyi party angu chebo opposition that is wrong. I actually don't even believe in it ikira wonder that people kan aranga kijana kene kan ngatunga iria so arai ni siya ni kwana ngulu irua roy makro na roro ngari ko kulu arai dilere muto ngakiro ngedi na boy siya na bona tamare ko torpa gine robo nyoni kijagine rengetunga what is spoken that is actually not right for the people. We use that in order to help. This is the challenge. So how do we fix the challenge? So we have tamare akwaya arotokia ngane and that is it. And now in FDC it is a party that I feel I am comfortable. So let anybody not say be atamara kwa ba lotokia yingo nenare be FDC tokoda kijauna kwa tunganan. I am your daughter, I am your sister, I am your friend. It is leadership and service above self.
Alakar noi ai kerawana nini akiai Helen asham terade aneni ka anyala Zainab. Zainab asham noi akijaun yong tumana pakinaga ka ngasham tekniti adiop ni. Tolmokna ba ngadi kero.
Alakar no way ala hakira anyala Zainab kuali no innocent. Karmo jo ayendi ang pipilang chan. Nikitinto na payfa. Katara ko kula kulo ni talo Moroto ane pe ani ka na pe pan pa to na mambre los ni are na lo Moroto ani ori ala karamojo nyo ka tunga bon to ne yo iya had ni ni ane chan ro ko bete o kote ada mana ri ngalu ka wori ko tunga ki aka yo to na kara ko siroi ori na dunya ori rupa ka lo tisan ai adi ngalu pang tunga dada ai te gwa ki nyo ko tatai aya kan na aya ngalu pang tunga dada tama yo to na kra ang boken ikale unita na kra ngati ara kaleu to kana ngiyo ko boken alu kara mo jande ke nita Uganda ebukia Uganda da de tiane tia tama mboy bora ruka unta nege tete de eptelo da kabu qari kon Nandala Mafabi tolim ya Nandala bonto konara aklo joknet le tanta dwa Uganda da ka Moroto tiane tia kotere kupu wanto wana kupu dua adere karuko ne opiana rete ne potene nkude chamto nkudu mo yobon ani na yi erkagnete mamtan edio bore ti yagnete nga tungwa alipete ya tamar ngel ni kupurian aya ko pakina ebeta to Uganda da temar ba wodu tun kar mojo mere pite olo ona ba kare la han kare rana re dia temar evero ko kar mo jongo to eti ten mo kete mo e lan kare ate merebe chamunu duwe kufungua pakinaga ngiro kwa chamta bulena kin asa lipite ankar mo jongo dara atema ode otu Nandala ode otu angala Zainab ode otu kakiaele one period yak lo choking Uganda ka Moroto da tianitia la khara
Alakar no yo to mapak na kero ni kanyala Zainab alo to mapak na ga ekapupon iwapaki yo ngakian no we pe kauyan iwapaki e pe kauyan angari ngate ki kodito yo angari yo to bala angari ke mala yakapulon angari ke tala karite yakapulon angari kinidi tengati angari bodo to yang na ki kodito dan arana ga pak na chamta na kino ko ekapona te kan moto fama lo to mapak na ga a chamta na kino ko ekapon to armadim na to kona e ko ekapupona te kan moto fama ara ko ni pak na ramuni akoni dim kingit ke yak ni det kara ke tala kardana kapulon koriki yanga di isham tiongo rabo akibutu ke andalo ya ra akibutu dan paramu yo kibutu so acham tak tala kariyo engarang laino e bolongi kanikare nge kanikauni nge kanikare nge kanikauni nge kanikauni nge kanikare ipe nyare ngomon e bolongi kanikare nge kanikauni nge kanikare ni kanikauni ni kanikauni ni kanikare ipei nyari ngomon. Otherwise, it's now time for our dear esteemed listeners to call in, ask a question, thank, compliment, and whatsoever it is. So it's time for you to call in. Our dear esteemed listener, our lines are open on 0787 887 124. That's on MTN. 0787 887 124. That is on MTN. And on the side of Airtel, you can still call in on 0700 281 123. That's on Airtel. Call in on 0700 281 123. That's on Airtel. Please call in, ask a question, compliment, thank, and many more. Otherwise, most welcome as we get our first caller. Atake. Kindly reduce the volume of your radio set. Okay. Yes, please. Atake. Hello. Area, can I go to Ramutorio? Helen Kai. One when I yakari Helen. Okay. The yak me that the year. King it. Alakara merapak na kamala ke yak ni that king it dek Atake. Hello. Ashuka nganga jana pak. Anak ni that na yakari yo. Alakara no yokone. Alakara round clear. Atake. Hello, good evening. Good, thank you so much. Your name and you're calling from? Pardon? Mangat from where? Yes, from Kakoli. Bro, I'm sorry, your network is not connecting. Sorry. Sorry. Atake. Hello. Joka kroka ni ramu turi yone. Peter. Baya ani pita ko nai? They have been in the same government. Okay, you've gotten that question right. Thank you so much. Alakara no. Atake. Ngano echala matanya lopeyo. Alakara no yokone. Atake. Ye ba yoda. Nganu nga chala matai. Okay, ala kara. Lo piti ali ani na nyi muna. Okay, ala kara. Atake. Ayei. Ajo kono yi. Mai karo. Nganu nga chana chele. Mani ak ni det ne jei. Macron na PDM wa. Ala kara noi. Atake. Creo que ni ramun torio. Elen kinit ke yak ni de kinit. Ala kara noi. Ala kara noi. Erar muna. Atake. Name are you calling from? Name? Your network is still not connecting. Kindly get a clear place. Thank you. You're not clear. Thank you. Atake. Creo que ni ramun torio kone. Yo creo que ni ramun torio. Creo que ni ramun torio. Creo. Atake. Hello. Una de yudi muna alakara. Kamunu muna alakara. Atake. Hello? Ngani ni? Ai ne. Ngani ak ni det ne yo kone. Ngani ak ni det ne ye. Ala kara chaye to muna. Atake. Hello. Ame kai ne. Yak ni dete ya. Yak ni dete ye king ite. Ala kara noi. Ateke. Hello. Yes. Keroka ni ramu tori okone. Yak ni dete papa. Kengit. Kalau dia apa kiburu-buru? Okay. Ini factory. Okay. Ani golokini. Na angkan ani golokini. Gori ko kwa. Alakar no yare metoki. Ateker. Nai, pita na dunget Okay, alakara. Kejauh tu tanya di don, mana kapa kejauh tanya di don? Ateker. Hello. Solomon. Alakara noi. ala karano yalo tumapak na gay kiron ngak ngideta dadan adauni apaki ngina ayra mere adim ka adauni apaki na ngak ngideta asham to na kide yapaki na gani ni kelen kiyai king koriki punja ngakro dadan anga muzugui ikoter to yakon napal abon kinet kala kara
tami alimuni anga pepe mache arai akatala kari ngevi atami agimni o kana bu pitakinet in English. Yes, others were appreciating you for your message. And the first question straight away was from Peter. How will you fix the economy since you have been in the same government? Yes, that was the first one.
So you haven't been there with the first one? You can go.
All of them?
You have written all of them.
Okay. Then the other also was someone was asking about in terms of the needs of the Karamojong. How do you think you will be able to manage to know what more needs to be done to improve Karamoja? And then the other was, as young people, what will you do for us? Then someone from Lebanon, I think his question also was not clear. That one, I think the network disrupted. And then the other was, someone also asked that since 1994, the issues of minerals, yes, and the person straight away was asking that, will you give or offer more support in terms of improving the industrial sector that is factories in Karamoja? And the other also was, you've been in Parliament. You've been in Parliament and you've been a member of Parliament before. And so what more will you do in order to improve the education sector in Karamoja sub-region? There are many of the questions that were coming and some I think were appreciating and also giving an applause to your message. Then also the other was, how will you rescue Karamoja in terms of protecting their minerals, since many are involved in mining, and so also be able to help them protect or get profits from what they do in terms of their business. Okay.
Wow, thank you so much, Kiai. I think before I deal with some of those issues, we need to request our colleagues to read our manifesto. Because each of the pillar explains how each of the items will be what? Be dealt with. For example, you have a big parliament. A big parliament means big pay. Yet we need money to come to local governments and service delivery at what? Local government. So the more money comes at local government, the more development will be at local. And at the local place where development is taking place, it will demand goods and services. So those who provide goods will be asked, those who provide goods and services will be asked to provide. And the more demand for goods and services at local level is done, the more jobs are created. So how do you fix the economy? You fix the economy by ensuring you put money in productive sectors, not in wastage. You don't allow corruption. You put money in productive sectors, and now when you put in productive sectors, there will be more growth. And when the more growth grows, more money will be in people. Let me ask you, let me give an example. You have been taking one bottle of beer. Now, because the price of beer and taxes have gone down, you will take more beers. Okay? Because you have more money, you have some little money in the pocket, you have a job. Instead of taking one beer, you will take 10 beers. Now, if you take 10 beers, it means the demand for beer will what? Increase. Now if the demand for beer increases, then those who produce sorghum, which is used to brew beer, will go up. So you need more people to produce more sorghum. You need more people to work in the factory to produce more beer, because the demand has gone what? High. As the demand goes high, more jobs are what? Are created. As more jobs are created, more taxes come in to expand the country, the growth of the country. Of course, you depend on taxes. And because you are many people are paying, the tax does not mean to be high there. It reduces from 30% to between 5 to 10%. Now the economy is growing. Now as the economy grows, more money in the people's what? Pockets. So that's how it is. And how do you get money in the pocket? You have a job. If you have no job, you have no money. I've told you about the border. They will not be paying those expensive motorcycles, but they will be